Hello YouTubers, this is LegomationStudio and with a rant on the new Bionicle Glatorian pics that seem to be popping up everywhere. So first we'll go over the first two. The first one's name is Strack, which is kind of weird. All these names are kind of weird, but anyways, he seems to have this like shield of some sort. He's like a mix of red and black, which is kind of cool. And he shoots this like Zammersphere but with tentacles. I don't know. He has some of the old pieces which make him more of a Bionicle, and he has cool hands, which is what they all have, which I think is cool. Anyways, it looks like he's shooting it from the old type of Zammersphere launcher, but its Zammersphere was like tentacles. I don't know, maybe it has to do something with the story. But anyways, then he's got his cool weapon and Bionicle feet. But now on to the other guy next to him. And yeah, I just want to point out that the Strack kind of has these wings things, but whatever. Okay, so now on to Gresh. Well, he's kind of a yellow, well no, not really yellow, but a green Glatorian, and he has some cool weapons. Then he's got the Bionicle feet and the cool hands, which is what they all have, and I just want to say that that is just an awesome thing. Now they're starting to look a lot more like the movies with those real, actual hands. Anyways, he's got a Bionicle armor on the front of him, and a cool kind of mask. And then he's got things sticking out from his legs like Tahu Mystica has, and has pretty cool blades and stuff. But now on to the next picture. So that was Gresh, just to let everyone know. Weird name. Okay. Now, on to Barracks, which kind of sounds like my mock Barracks, but not really. Okay, Barracks, he has kind of a cool color scheme, actually. He has, or she, has this blue and green kind of gold mix, and I think that's kind of cool looking. The mask looks like a night mask. Not too crazy about that. And then these cool kind of clear blue and gold blades that he's holding. And for her chest plate, she has an Bionicle shoulder piece armor. I don't know. She's got Bionicle feet. Now on to the next. This one's name is Strack. Yeah, I don't know. He looks like he's kind of an ice kind of Toa. He's got light blue and white. I think his mask is the weirdest thing I've ever seen, and the shoulder plates actually look kind of cool. They actually look like ice is frozen around him. But he's got one of those weird Zammersphere launchers and some cool weapons, new feet, but everything the same, and those feet, the legs are kind of the same. And then he's got, for the chest armor, just like what Barracks had, an Bionicle shoulder plate armor. But now onto the next pictures. Okay, this next one is Barracks, and he looks kind of short. I don't know what he really is. His color is kind of not really a copper, but really kind of a green, light green. Anyways, he's got like a tail that looks like a scorpion, and a staff that we've already seen. I mean, Tomari Huki had that, and they've been using that for a while. And then he has that Zammersphere launcher with the weird tentacles coming out, which actually I think maybe all the bad guys have. Then he's got Bionicle feet. Then you can't really tell because this picture's kind of blurry, but he has some sort of shoulder armor that looks kind of new, and legs. Okay, now on to this other guy we have that looks a lot bigger. Okay, this next one is Malum. He's pretty tall, and he's red. He's got a cool mask, and then he's got Mantek's breastplate, and then he's got feet, Kalma's feet for his shoulder blades, and some cool weapons, and Vaki limbs for his legs and arms, and looks pretty cool. It looks like he also shoots those weird tentacle Zammersphere things. And he's got a kind of a shield on his right hand. But now on to the next ones, which are kind of like Matoran. Well, first we have Atticus, and Atticus has kind of a name already, but spelled differently, and he's kind of really a Matoran. He's short. He's kind of white and gray. I never liked that gray color, as you've seen in my reviews. Then he's got those cool hands and a weirdest mask I've ever seen. It's like a cone head. And then these cool weapons that look like they might even light up, kind of blue and gray. And the old feet and regular Matoran limbs and body. Okay, now on to the next one right next to him. Rana. Well, this Matoran is kind of red, and he has the Hordika Vakama weapon, which is not new, and the Matoro blades on his other hand, which are not that new, but a different color. Great. And he also had this kind of orange and a kind of cool mask. Now on to the next one. Tarduk. Weird name. He has the Onua claws from the first Onua Mata, and green color scheme, and the weirdest mask, which has like tentacles sticking out from behind, and then weird things coming out of his shoulders, and just weird Matoran limbs from this year, and yeah. Okay, then we have the next one, Barracks, which is just another weird name. Now, Barracks is kind of this blue, and he has Tahu Mata's flame sword, but it's blue, which is kind of cool. Then he has a tube, like as if he were underwater, or she, it might be she actually, and the weirdest mask, it's a clear mask, and it's this small little round pear-shaped, it looks almost like those visors they've been using. Then all of a sudden this gold weapon on her other hand, and then her Tomata feet. But on to the next. Okay, this is a little blurry picture, but here we have Metas, and he is kind of cool actually. He has a white and blue, and he has a snowflake shield. I mean, what? Oh, okay, that's kind of weird, but it is kind of cool, kind of like a saw, really. But yeah, I think that's kind of a cool shield. And Matoran limbs regular, and the weirdest mask, like all the others, and the weirdest name. But it is in another universe, so it's kind of new. For Zesk, we kind of have the same that was above him from that color, that kind of a light green, and then he's got the black claws and another pincer coming out of his back. Pincher, and kind of like what Scorpions have, and a kind of cool mask, but kind of the same as the one that was above him. Now on to a bigger one. Now here we have Tuma. I mean, what's up with the name? Oh my god. Okay, now his mask looks kind of like Winua's Hordika mask, but anyways, let's get on to. He kind of has wings, and he's got the weird Zammersphere tentacle-y thing that he shoots, and he's got Joller's sword, or wait, no, Brutaka's sword in black that he's holding in the cool hands, and then the legs like kind of like Takanuva's was, with some Anika feet as the armor, and he looks pretty tall and pretty fun, and looks like he would be a great build. He also has some jets on his hands and Mantax feet. But now on to the combo set of Barracks and Skirmix, or well, I guess Pharaoh and Skirmix. Looks kind of like a dragon. They're using Lego Dragon for the guy's mask. And then you see there's a black kind of Toa on top of him shooting one of those weird tentacle Zammerspheres. Now, before we look at this, I want to, you guys, we can't really zoom in, but under him he has two other boxes showing other guys advertising, but we'll see those later this year. So yeah, pretty much looks like a dragon, and obviously Pharaoh is riding it. Or maybe that's Skirmix, whichever one it is. And looks like a good build, has that pincer on the back of him. But, yeah, kinda has a cool mask. But yeah, pretty much like a Lego dragon. Anyways, this has been LegomationStudio review on all the you guys have been wondering about. And this is LegomationStudio review, signing off. Oh yeah, and I'm the first. Okay, signing off.